What up, I'm Meta, and welcome to my hidden cache guide on the customs map from the Escape from Tarkov game. With the new 12.7 patch, we saw a 40% expansion to the level. With this expansion, we have new loot tables, new extraction sites, and 5 new hidden caches. This guide is going to cover the 5 new hidden cache locations and all previous locations prior to the patch. I make guides for games, I stream on Twitch, and you can find all my descriptions below. Please join my Discord where I'm trying to foster a community for learning competitive multiplayer gaming. And with all that business out of the way, I'm Meek, and let's dive into this rat guide. Alright, we're going to start at the Tarkov Truck. This truck's located on the east side of the main river that flows to the north and south of the level. We're going to run back here to a location. This used to be called Elbow. However, the blue fence that was here has been knocked down, and we have access to the buildings and the construction yard that was behind it. One of these buildings we've gained access to is the mechanic shop, straight ahead. There'll be a set of tires to the left here. Your stash is going to be inside these tires. Now you know you're on the right side of the mechanic shop when you can see the front side of the truck. Now the next stash is going to be across this construction yard. If you're in a raid, this is going to be a very dangerous location to run across. Now that the patch has come out, a lot of people want to see this location. There's going to be a lot of gunfire and play in this area. Also be wary of the machine guns that have a vantage point from this location. Now, one of the best hidden stashes in this patch, I believe, will be located right underneath this train platform. Should be relatively safe looting this one. There's not going to be a lot of action underneath this platform if you can make it here. Now we're just going to crawl on out. We're going to head towards the railroad tracks to the south. Now this is going to make us start walking towards Old Gas Station. Old Gas Station was not introduced in this new patch. However, a hidden cache was. Now the gate that they've opened up to give us access to this new area is going to be how we access Old Gas Station. We're going to go through the gate and we're going to look to our right hand side, and at the corner towards the concrete wall will be our last stash. Now this rubble on the left hand side also has a medical bag. It's worth grabbing while you're here. Now be careful because scavs can be back here. If you're a PMC, you need to make sure that they don't spot you and try to attack you. Our last 2 stashes are going to be near the sniper kill zone for the end of the level. You're going to come to these railroad tracks and you're going to walk all the way down them. Now, if you're in a raid, I recommend you stay to the left down in the ditch area next to the concrete wall. This is going to keep your vision, this is going to keep people from seeing you. Now you want to come up to this corpse and you're going to turn left. Make sure you see the tree. Right at the bottom of the tree is going to be your 4th stash. Now the 5th and final stash is going to be just on the other side of the railroad tracks. You're going to see the tallest tree at the end of the railroad tracks. All the other trees should be about half the size. Also be careful here that you don't walk too far down the railroad tracks, as the scav sniper will kill you. We're going to start at the Tarkov Truck again. Remember, this is on the east side of the river. And we're going to have our first 2 locations of hidden caches are going to be right down on that river bank. We're going to go ahead and swing left and head on down to these oil pipes. You can find your first stash in the wooded brush just underneath the bend of the first oil pipes. And your second stash will be at the next set of pipes. It's going to be in between the concrete walls, just inside of this brush section. Now I'm gonna fast forward it here. We're gonna run up to the next location. It's gonna be near bus stop. Now if you're in a raid and you're running through this location, you need to be very cautious. This is a very high scav traffic zone and a lot of fire here when people are trying to get their shooter born in heaven. Especially now that people can have lines of sight from the construction area. I recommend you walk into the wooded line to the left here where the low ground will give you cover from their fire. Our next hidden cache is going to be at this cargo container. And it's going to be just on the right side if you're heading towards Dorm on the main Dorm road. Now you want to be wary if anyone's running through this area. It's not a very safe loot spot. A lot of people can see you come in here if they have the angles already waiting. Now this next stash I'd never really get during the raids. You can get it though. It's right at the tires up here at the bus stop. If you were to get this, I'd recommend you crawl from the other side of the pipe. It won't show yourself down the length of the road and keep you safer. Now if we come over the pipe and we go to the corner of the bus stop here, we'll see the grass looks like it's compacted and it makes a little pathway. Now if you line yourself up with the path, walk straight out, you got yourself the 10th cache. From here, we're gonna head to the mid railroad. We're gonna go to the concrete boxed in area, and right next to this pole, you'll see the stash for this location. Now if we run over here, we're on the back side of gas station right now. You're gonna see the propane tank that sits next to it, through the gap in the wall right there. Hop on the corner of this fence and turn around, and you have the hidden caches behind the gas station wall. From here, you locate your power lines, and you just start heading up the hill towards what I call Power Tower. And you're looking for a trail that leads up to it. It should be coming off the southeast side. We're on the southeast side, and the trail is right there. You'll see the boulder at the bend. You want to go to the second set of boulders right there. And once you're in between these two boulders, you need to look east, which would be your right hand side if you're heading towards Power Tower. And you're going to go to the second set of wooded trees here. The second set of rocks, second set of wooded trees. Going to be right there at your feet. Now there's another stash at Power Tower. We're gonna head back to the trail, run back up to Power Tower, and we head over to the blue fence line that runs to the northeast side of it. And it's gonna be stuck right behind this tree, right in this bush. All right, now for our next stash, you have to locate the power lines and follow them to the edge of the map. There's 3 extraction points we're gonna be crossing. You have to make sure no one picks you off while you're grabbing these. We come up to the final power line. We'll have this out of bounds stash behind the fence. Now the trick to looting this is you have to try and aim at the bottom lip, like you're reaching under the fence. If you aim anywhere else, it won't let you loot it. Now we're gonna head east across the top of the level. We're heading towards the extraction site passage between rocks. And it's just going to be slightly to the east, maybe 5 more paces past that extraction point. You'll know you're near it when you get to the fence line, and you can tell it's a corner. It's the only section of the fence that makes a corner going towards the east side. And you'll find it right here, just tucked in the corner at the extraction site. Now we're going to head over to the next extraction site farther east. This one's pretty easy. It's worth grabbing if you got to extract here. It's just at the dumpster. It's a couple more paces. You might as well grab it on your way out and see what loot you get. From here, we're going to head north. You're going to see the checkpoint office. We're going to want to stay to the left of that wall. If we go to the right side of that wall, we're going to have to walk through barbed wire at the end to get back to this side. Now, what you're looking for is the bush along the concrete wall. Should be towards the middle of the wall of this section. Right up here. Now we're going to hop on the other side of this wall, and we're going to be at administration gate. This is a very easy to remember hidden cache. right at the corner of the road. If you have the administration extraction site, you won't have enough time to actually loot this box, so don't worry about it. Just make sure you're safe and cover while you're extracting. The next location is just up the road here on the factory corner. This one's pretty easy to find as well. You just line yourself up with the road. Make sure you're in between the bush and the pole, and you'll walk straight at it. Now the next one's real close too. Right on our right-hand side around this building, there's going to be a couple of oil pipes coming out. And our hidden cache is going to be located just beneath it. Now to make it to the last two stashes, we're going to have to make a jump over this fence to get to our next area. We go, and here we go, here we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna make a guide on that jump next. Our next cache will be right over here, just over this railroad track. It'll be down into this pit. It'll be right next to the barrels. Now our final cache is going to be on the other side of the concrete wall near the gas station. Be careful about the gas station. There may be a scav boss there, and they will engage you from this position. So if you don't know about this jump, you can hop on this dumpster and get on this lid, and you can hop right over the barbed wire. Obviously going to struggle because I can't jump at all. You can make it all the way without touching the barbed wire, and you'll find the gas station pipe stash right here. Now it's pretty easy to find. It's just across from the gas station prices, and you'll see that light pole right at the base of that light pole there. Once again, I'm Meek Meta. Thank you for checking out my guides. Go ahead and leave a subscribe and make sure that bell's not cracked. I'll catch you on the next rat guide.